All right, this is a follow-up to explain what we just did in class now. And I said I should actually do this so that after you watch the first video, still having one or two questions, this other video would be a nice way to to explain or to resolve that query or that inquiry. So what I'm going to do now is to follow up from where I stopped. Normally, the Excel design, which I first started, was to go to page layout, and then we did A4, which we've already done already. And then I came to this side of the screen to make it look like an A4. So it's already showing like this already. And then the next thing we did is make a border. So I'm going to take my screen back a little so I can show you. So I'm just going to follow from there. I'm going to first of all let me start from making my logo come in. So, select the cells you want the logo to be placed in, this side of the cell. And I'll go to merge and center, which I have done. Then I came to insert. I go to pictures in illustration, and I select the picture, just like I did before. I'm going to continue, Barcelona. It will come big, so you have to look for these dots around it. So this is the one I can see, this one here. Take your mouse to it until your mouse cursor changes. Then you can drag, and then it becomes smaller. So you see this dot here, just drag and it becomes smaller. So that's the way I'm doing it. I'm dragging and I'm making it small. So this is set here already. So I'm going to write some few things here. I want to write some few things here, straight down. Say for me, maybe company name and the likes. So I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to have to merge line by line, and I will explain why I'm merging line by line. I will merge first line. The reason is because I don't want to merge, like the way we did for the logo, we merge all the cells together so it becomes one. But here I want them to just be a straight line. I don't want it to be one, as in one full cell like this. No, because if it is in this format, like if I merge it like this, it becomes one, just one. Anything I type here, it just becomes one. And I don't want it to be one. I want it to have lines. So that's why I'm going to undo it and show you again. So one line, I'll write company name. One line, I'll write company name. One line, I'll write maybe address. One line, I'll write phone number. One line, email, if there's going to be email there. One line again, maybe I'll write something like fax, basically. So let me just run it all the way around to make it look neat. I'm just going to run it and stop at this last one here. So each one of them, when I click the first one, I can come here and type company name. That's company name. You can even do it this way, that see the company name will be in the center. So I'm going to make it go to the right by clicking this. But there's another way you can even do it. You can even do it the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to remove all these cells again. Sorry that I'm going back. Just want to show another way to do it. I will only merge this side so that the information will stay at this side. The text will stay at this side. Then the other side will now take where the person will type the name of the company, where the person will write the name of the every other thing. So let me drag here one by one as well and merge. See what I'm trying to do now. So I think it's going to clear the picture for you. The first line is just where I will type name, phone number, and the rest of them. Then the second space that I'm also merging here is where I will now type the actual information. So here I will type company name, I'll type telephone number. I'll come down here, I can type fax number. I come down here, I can type email. Come down here again, maybe social account. I'm gonna put social account. That's social Twitter and the rest of them. Address. Wow, we didn't put address. Okay, it might be nice to have. After I will show you something else again. Maybe I'll put address. Okay, you can actually cut a cell like this and take it to where you want to paste it. So there is also the process of you dragging a cell downward. Okay, I didn't merge. Let me cancel this again. I'm going to show you how to drag. Let me first of all merge this cell. So you can even drag some cells downward like this. We'll just select them and click the line and drag down. You see everything came down. So I'm going to merge them again. So that's something else you can do. I dragged it down and I left so that I leave that space open. I want this space to be for phone number, so I'm merging it again. I'm going to type telephone number. So now I cannot type the name of the company, Barcelona FC, since we're doing that for Barcelona FC. I come here and just type number 1 Spain, or let me type number 1 Barcelona, number 1 Barcelona. If I don't, Barcelona layer Avenue, just want to put something Avenue, then I put the comma Spain. Okay, this has to be, just want to put an address that sounds like an address. Phone number, okay, I didn't type the word phone number very well. Phone number, just put a number at random. Basically we check the code for Spain. There'll be a code for Spain. Postal code or so, phone, what do you call it again? Is it country code, country telephone code? So Spain will have it as Nigeria has 01. Okay, so fax number, I'm just going to type a number at random. Email, maybe just put info at barcelona.com. Then I'll just put maybe Twitter account at Barcelona. Okay, just now you see when I type that, it gave me an error. If it gives an error like that, you just come to the cell, right click at the cell. Let me do it again. I'm going to escape first. I escape so I can come back to the cell and go to format cell. The reason is because that cell is expecting number, so when it sees at, it's confused. So I want it to be in text. You select text, and then when you come back and then type at Barcelona. Okay, it sticks now. It doesn't give an error because what it was expecting was numbers, and it noticed text. Even this one over here, because I typed info at, I see it's a link. Once I click it, it's starting to go straight to the link. Actually, it's now showing a link. Now I'm going to border all of this place. So see what I'm going to do here. I've selected everything, and I'll come to this side and I can do a tick outside border, and see it gives a border around it. I can also border in between here. All of these sides will be bordered. So that one is called border all borders. So it now looks like this. Okay, so that part has been done. Okay, I'm going to just, then the next side is now to put the information, the main information. So if you come to your printout, it will look something like this already. See it, no grid is showing, but this side has been bordered already. So it looks like this in this layout. The next thing is now to put where you would put in your information, the price and everything. So I'm going to select all of this here. First of all, I want all of this side to be bordered, not to the end though. So let me go back again, all the way to, I have to reduce my screen so I can see the line. I don't want everything to be bordered, so I want a large section though. So I'm going to select from here to here. Let me come back forward so you can see it. Okay, and then I come the same, all tick outside border. So the tick outside border is there. So if you see, if I come back to print, it looks like this. So the information is going to be in that section. So now I'm going to also do what we call merge and center. I'm also going to do what we call merge and center. To merge and center, you come in here, select. Now I'm going to write some information as to product description. First of all, I'll put serial number. So I'm going to merge this side. I'm going to merge here. Okay. We don't need to merge it. You just so you see our merge. I'll merge product description. I'll merge product description. I'll merge product description. And I'll also merge. So that one is already here as merged. Anytime you merge a cell, it will show you merge already. So if you deselect the merge, it goes off. If you merge again, it's straight up here. I will merge this one over here, and I would give it, so whenever you merge, just highlight that it's been merged. So this one is going to be cost. Okay, cost. So let me not merge this. Now let me show you what I was talking about to increase the cell. So to increase the cell, say I don't come to the left, you come to the right of a cell. You come to the right from the top, and then you click and you drag, and then it increases the cell. So that was the question I was asked. You come to the right and increase. If you come to the left, you are reducing the cell. So you come to the right, that's to increase. The left is to reduce. So I'm going to undo this and let me reduce this cell. Reduce it so that I want the cost cell to be wide enough. I also want units to be wide enough. So I'm going to put unit here as a quantity. Let me put quantity. And then the final thing here, I'm going to merge these two. And I'm going to call them, I'm going to call it total cost. Or let me just call it price. Let me call it price. Let me call it price. So once you merge them, you can also put it in the center by coming here and click this one to make it come to the center. Same thing here, come to the center. So this one is already in the center. So that has been done. Now this is another stage again. I have to merge all of this going down. While I'm merging them, so each one have a wider space. Each one here will have a wider space. So I'm merging and I'm moving down. Merge, move down, merge, move down, merge, like that. Merge, move down, merge. So, and you don't merge more than one row. As you don't merge all like that's two rows. You can merge a number of columns, but not more than one row. So you just merge only one row like this. So merge more than one column, but just only one row. I hope you still remember that the column is from top to bottom. So if you look at it now, I'm merging 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, but only one row from left to right, just one row. So I'm going to continue doing this and move, keep moving down, keep moving down. Alright, let me see how many more remain. Okay, I'm going all the way to the bottom where you see that the ticker line. So I'll keep moving, keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Almost there. I think this is the only one we're going to be merging this long. The rest already, the cells are already well placed, so it's not going to. We don't need to merge. Oh, we're going to merge this one as well. We're going to merge this side as well because the price is going to be wide. So I'm merging two sides. So I'm going to merge. I'd love to rush this through, but one has to be careful not to merge more than one row. So the last of this price product description, and then I'll now merge the price. So it depends if your cell is already wide enough. The cell is already wide enough, you don't need to merge it. But if it's like mine, and if I drag this, it will go to the other side. It will come to this side. I don't want it to come here. If I drag it like this, it comes to this side. That is why I have to add two cells together to merge. I don't want to make it wide enough. So I'm merging and I'm moving down. After I do this, I'm going to add border lines everywhere so that once you want to print it, all the lines are showing clearly. Then we'll now do the formula, and we'll also do total cost. We'll put okay, moving quickly, trying to get to the very end. So merging and I'm moving down. Okay, almost through. Keep merging, merging. Okay, so many 4 more for me to get to the bottom. 3 more, 2 more, 1 more, and I would merge. Alright, so after merging this, the next step is now to add border lines here. I'm going to put border lines on this one, tick border lines, so that it will look like this. Yes, and I'm also going to add colors to this. I can even increase this if I choose to do so, just to make it look wide enough. Then I'll put all this text in the center. I'll put the text in the center. This is how you put it in the center. This one, middle it, to make it all come to the middle. Then I'll also add a color. Adding a color, you come to this side to add a color for the cells. Something like this. I'm going to add something like green. Good. Okay, so I think I could also add green here. Yeah, just make it look nice. And maybe I can tick in all these texts. So you select all, you just come to B to bold in everything. It looks bold enough. It might still look wide, so I'm going to reduce. Okay, let me undo it then. It's too bold. And I think I have to widen this a little. And then reduce this. The reason why I'm doing this is so that this text inside here will look nice enough. So maybe I should also bold in this one, because these are like yeah, and then it's still, I will reduce the size. That's too small. So these are just things that it depends on how you look at the text. If it's something that's not, you don't like how it looks, then you can touch it the way I'm touching it to not make it look nice. I'm increasing and reducing the cells, but I'm trying not to make it too wide so that it doesn't go to the next page. You see the reason why we have to have it in a page. So if I come to print, it looks like this. See it? It's making shapes. So now it's not to form a line inside here so the calculations can show. So I'm going to select all of this inside this shape, and I will come to border lines and put all borders. Yeah, so now this is how it's going to look like. I say it now, so the calculations can come in. So then this is serial number. Oh, we didn't put serial number, so SN, serial number, put this in the middle. So number 1, number 2, then this is where the product will go, the cost, and the rest of them. So at the bottom here, come to the bottom here, we're going to put some other things like, I'm going to come here and put border lines. Also, I'll merge this one and write tax. How many percent tax will come under here? Merge it. I'll come here again. I'll put now we've done tax. Let me first border this one as well. Oh, too much. Let me undo. Ctrl Z. If the Ctrl Z isn't working, then you click Escape on your keyboard before you now continue. I'm going to merge it. It's based on my design as well. I'm going to put here discount. Okay. How many percent discount will come in here? And then the final price, the final calculation will come in down here. So it depends on how I do this. And then here is the last part of it. Is where we'll do the total. Put total here. I'll merge it for the total. I'll put total here. So there will be subtotal. And then this will be total. Okay, maybe this will be, let me merge this as well. So maybe I can even call this total less. Okay, so no worries. Total less discount plus total less tax plus discount will be here. So this one is subtotal when you add all this together. And then finally I'll come down here. I'm going to put another, I'm going to merge this one again. I'm going to put a bottom line. That's a tick bottom line. And then here will be signature. Maybe I can write it up here. Let me merge it and write signature. So it just depends on how you plan yours. Mine is going to look this way. And then maybe I can put signature and date. Okay. So it's going to look like this. Let me first of all do the tick border line. Since the tick border line has gone off, so I'm going to put the tick outer border line again so that it looks nice. And I'm going to put thicker border lines on all these ones here. So the thicker border line is just for the outer lines. It's not going to affect the inner lines here. Thicker border lines. Yes. So if you come to your printout, it will look like this. It's now looking like an invoice to give. So you know the signature will be down here and all the things inside. So now it's to write the formula. So you're going to put the formula in this way. Here are the serial numbers. Here is going to be product. So what is meant to be here is F11, that is your cost multiplied by your quantity. So you come here and you say equals to F11 multiplied by G11. So that will give us the calculation here. G11, and I click enter. Then I drag it all the way down. Okay. I don't want this last one to show. Let me undo it again. I'm going to drag it all the way to the second to the last one here. This last one, I don't want it to affect the border lines. I'm going to right click, do it again, right click, and you see copy. Then when you come here to the last one, you see paste formula, paste fx. So the border line still remains, but the 0 is there. Yes. So I'm going to click escape now so that everything is not selected. Now it depends on what you want to also do here. If the formula you don't want it to show, okay, let me first of all finish everything. So this one here is subtotal. Subtotal is equals to sum, open brackets and close brackets. Inside the brackets, you're summing from the first price all the way to the last price. See, I just dragged. So it's from H11 to I39. Okay, and I click enter. So this one is the summation of everything down here. Now to get discounts, it depends on what is here. Whatever is here, I'm going to put the percentage discount here. So to get here, let me just type the percentage discount for the sake of, I'll put 5% discount of taxes, and maybe I'll put for taxes, and then discount I put 4% here. So to get tax, 5% discount of tax, I'm going to do the calculation with the subtotal. So what I will do here is equals to, what is tax? 5% discount, that's A42. It's going to times subtotal. It's going to times subtotal. Now what it will give you is the tax in cost. So I'll click enter. It will give you the tax in the value. Oh, I put $sign. That's why it's showing hashtag value. So it's meant to be percentage. So it's hashtag value when you have, so it's meant to be in percentage. And so the same thing will be done here. So I come here and I do equals to 4%. That's the value here. It's going to multiply the subtotal. Okay, so we're also written 0 down. And then the total here is going to be, if you remember, is going to be equals to subtotal minus okay, let me start with plus tax, the value of tax, minus the value of discounts. Let me say it again. Subtotal, what is the subtotal you've calculated here? You add your tax, which is very here, and then you minus your discount, which is here. So at the end, when I click enter, that will give me the value here. So just see the wonderful thing here. So if I come here and I put number 1, and I put maybe leather shoe, and let's say I bought a leather shoe for 2,000 naira. Once I come here and I write how many leather shoes I bought, so say 5 leather shoes. So 2,000 naira, 5. Let me zoom forward so you can see. Okay, and I want all these things to be in the center too. So I'm going to select everything, and I'll choose center so that the numbers will be in the center. So 2,000 naira worth of 5 leather shoes will be 10,000 if you multiply it. That's already calculated for me. And then the 5% discount is 500 naira. The 5% tax is 500 naira. The 4% discount is 400 naira. And then this is how much I'm paying at the end. I've added tax, and I've deducted discount. And since 10,100 naira, you see tax and discounts as cleared, and then 100 naira, that is just my addition into the money I'm going to pay. See that I've already calculated everything already. And when I come to print out, it will look like this. So if I add more costs, it will also show. So there's also a formula for you to remove all these zeros. Okay, so we're going to let it be if it's greater than 0, because if it's less than 0, that means that's why it's taking it to be 0. So I'll say equals to if, and open a bracket, if, make see, it's a logical test, if G11 is greater than 0. So if G11 is greater than 0, put a comma separating that from the other, then this would, put another comma, will mean nothing. Nothing means empty brackets, just empty quotes, empty quotes, empty quotes. Then I click enter. So it still writes 1000, but when I drag down to the rest, I'm going to stop with this one first, everything will disappear. It doesn't mean that the calculation will also disappear. It just means that until I write something, that's when it will calculate. So I will paste the formula in the last one. So I don't want the zeros to show, but if the formulas are still there, see, the formulas are still there in all of them. As I'm clicking them, if you look at my formula bar, you can see the formula is still there with the if statement at the side. It says until I type something in the quantity, it will not calculate anything. Yeah, so it will. So I can even still put the formula here. If okay, there's really no need for me to put the formulas on all this one. If something is on, I'm thinking if I put the formula here, the if logic here, so that this doesn't show 0, it can also state. So now if I come to number 2 and I put in bags, and I say maybe 13,000, and I say 4. Once I just type in 4, it calculates it and write the formula. 13,000 times 4 is 52,000, and you see everything has increased. Tax has increased. So if there's no tax, you see, no tax, this is 0 now. This is how much I'm paying. If there's no discount, I'll pay exactly the same money. So once I just type in a discount, like maybe say 5%, let's say 9% discount. As I type it 9% discount, it will calculate. That means this discount must be in percentage. If I type in any amount of tax, it also calculates. Immediately I type it 620 and everything calculates. So the Excel has already, everything is already prepared. So I don't even need to do any calculation because I've already done the calculation beforehand. And when I want to print out, it will look like this. You know, without any grid line. The reason why is because I went here. If you go to page layouts, you can remove grid line. So if I don't want grid line to show in printing, but if I wanted to show, and I click print, when I come back here, you'll see line everywhere. So if I don't want the line to show, go to layouts and then just remove prints. You don't want it to show in printing. If you don't want it to show now, same thing, just move it here. All the lines disappear as well. So I don't even see the lines here as well. But I like to see the lines while I'm working. It is when I want to print, I don't want to see it. So I don't make sure I tick this one. This one should be off, not ticked. And then to look like this. Thank you for watching. The assignment is compulsory, so everyone should do so. Do it.